Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. Today is February 20th, and well, it's about 1:30, 1:40 in the afternoon, and it's just really starting to snow like the dickens here in St. Peter. And so if you're watching this today, it sounds like we're soon to have a blizzard. If you're watching it well, on Friday or Saturday or something like that, you're probably still shoveling and cleaning out from the blizzard. I want to talk about shoveling kind of at the end of this, so that's the connection there. But really, I have two missions for us today, one of which is to cover the workshop from Tuesday night. We didn't have a meeting on Monday night because of the holiday there, the President's Day holiday, and so the workshop was on Tuesday night. If you want to take a look at what the agenda looks like, it looks exactly something like this. You see my notes on the bottom, but it looks like this. And again, you can see that on our website if you would like, stpetermn.gov, and I'll show you that website again, but you can certainly see everything that the City Council sees. But I want to cover three primary issues that the Council talked about. They had about a half dozen things, but let me cover three because of my limited time here today with you. First of which is that George and Ann came from the hospital. George Rorick, who's the hospital CEO, and Ann, who is the finance person at our hospital and does such a great job, were there to talk about the 2014 budget. And so as a part of that, they talked about some of the results from the end of 2013, but also talked about 2014. Now, they'll be back, usually it's the end of April, the first part of May, to talk about the audited results for the 2013 year. So we'll have a lot more information to put out then. But just to give you a little update, we do want to mention that they brought some slides and showed the council quite a little bit of information in the hospital for the 13 year. From an operational standpoint, lost money about $500,000, $598,000, as you can see right here, from an operational standpoint. But they did that at the same time as they put over $1.3 million in cash in the bank. Now, how do you operationally lose money but put cash in the bank? Well, a lot of that has to do with how the accounting is done and depreciation. And so a lot of people ask me, well, the hospital's losing money. Oh, is it in danger or anything like that? But this chart shows you the cash position. Total cash and cash equivalents. So this means those cash equivalents are defined as CDs, things like that that can be converted to cash. And so I did want to show you here that the hospital at the end of the year it still has over $9 million in cash in the bank to continue to provide operations. And as you can see for 14, that's projected to go up to something over $10.5 million. So if you have more questions about that, let me know. I'm going to back up just a little bit so you can see the whole table, the whole chart. And you can see in 2008 where we had a lot more money, and we've gone down and up and down. Part of it relates to the economy and some other things, but our trend is definitely on the upward. And so we're very happy about that and really appreciate the great work that the folks at the hospital has done, and certainly the people of the community who continue to use the hospital. It's one of those things that's not only about what we need today, but really what we want to be as a community into the future. And having those emergency room services, those care services, clinic services, really best care anywhere, is really important for us to have within our community. So again, thanks to George and Ann for stopping by the City Council workshop and talking about those hospital finances. The next item that I want to talk about is what we call the 3rd Street project. So this is the area kind of out by Dairy Queen, Loggers, the Cambria location, and out by the new Shopco in that street, kind of behind the St. Peter Motel that was all fixed up, and some new utilities and a bunch of other things happening. Now, work is going to be completed on that project starting again in the spring and has to be completed here in July of this year. And that includes the last level of bituminous, or the last lift, we call it lift of bituminous, some additional curb and gutter work that just needs to be finished up, and then certainly some sidewalks on the west side of Old Minnesota Avenue, so in front of Cambria and in front of Loggers. Certainly there's been some unhappiness about this and a lot of discussion, but from the city perspective, we bid this work, we planned for this work. The sidewalk will be placed on property that's owned by you, the community, on the city right-of-way, and so that work is going to proceed as planned, and so we expect that to happen sometime if spring ever comes, and so it'll be done this year in the July time frame is when the contract says it has to be done. We've got a good contract on the project, so we know that that work will be done on time, and we're excited to see that come to its conclusion. So we wanted to alert you to that. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you is that we have a couple of equipment purchases, one of which is a replacement for a 1999 mower, and so we're looking to purchase a mower that looks something like this. We mow lots and lots and lots of acres of parks and softball fields and soccer fields and all kinds of places. And so having those mowers that work when you need them in between the time that it rains and there's a softball game going on, you got to make sure that stuff works. And so this is a replacement for a 1999 mower that's had some mechanical failings. In addition, we're looking to replace kind of what we typically in this area might call a gator type piece of equipment that's been used for downtown flower watering. And so we're going to replace that with a vehicle that looks something like this. So I wanted to let people know we're going to undertake the flower watering project this year in the city of St. Peter. And so we'll do that and organize it and hope that it will work out better than it's had the opportunity to work out in past years with some tough weather conditions and other factors contributing to that. So those are the three big items that I wanted to visit with about the council workshop. And again, if you want to see what the council sees, you can look at that online on our website. But let me cover some tidbits too. First, this one's really important. This is coming up very quickly next week. So the 24th, 25th, and 26th. As some of you may know, we are switching garbage haulers from Waste Management to LJP. So here's how it's going to work. And you can find information about this on Facebook, on our website, lots of different places, but here's how it's going to work. If your day is Monday for pickup, that's my day, is Monday. If it's Monday, you'll be setting out your recycling and your garbage bin, or if you had meter bag, your meter bag and your recycling bin. Set those out on that day. That day, Waste Management will come and dump them out, and then another Waste Management truck will come along and pick them up and take them away. Shortly thereafter, there'll be a truck that drops off 2 new Kirby's. They'll be the same size that you had before, or if you have meter bags, of course, they won't be. It'll just be the recycling one. But they'll be the same volume that you had before, a little bit different color. Black lid is for garbage, yellow lid is for recycling, just like we have today. And then you'll wheel those up and put them where they belong, and you start to put recycling and garbage in them, just like nothing else ever happened. Now the new Kirby's will be a little bit different color, and they'll be a different shape. Little bit different shape, but they will be the same volume that you had before. So here's what you need to do. If your day is Monday, or if your day is Tuesday, or if your day is Wednesday, just roll your stuff out like you normally would, or set it out. And then in the evening, when you come home from work or school or whatever you're doing, wheel the new ones back in and start to use them. If that doesn't happen at your place on your designated day, on your regular garbage day, let us know, and we'll call our contractor, and we'll get that straightened out for you. It should go very, very well, and if you have questions, please let us know. But that's our plan, and we hope it works for you. We hope it'll be simple and as seamless as possible, and it's a big change for us all, but we're excited to work with a local company to provide that service into the future. I also want to mention water line freeze-up. So if you're one of those 20 or so houses in town that have had their private service, their water line freeze, God, I'm sure sorry that that's happening, and you know, Mother Nature wins on a lot of these issues. But anyway, give us a call if you have a water line freeze up, not a pipe in your house, but if you have no water coming into your house, and we'll help you out as best as we can. There are some ways that we can help unthaw, dethaw, thaw the line, and so we're happy to try and come out there and help you. If you're worried about that, you can check the temperature of your water. Just hold your thermometer underneath your faucet, and if it's under 35 degrees or so, you might want to think about letting just a dribble of water go. Now, you're responsible for that water, but normally they say like a pencil-sized stream is good enough to keep everything going, so watch for that, please. You'll have to watch for it over the next couple of weeks. The last tidbit I want to mention is shoveling sidewalks. With this big snow again, be sure to get out there and shovel sidewalks. There are a couple important things to note. Do not push snow onto the street, whether it's from your sidewalk or from your driveway. That's not allowed. And refrain from throwing it on your neighbor's yard. Don't shovel it out of your driveway onto their driveway. That doesn't make good friends or neighbors, and so please refrain from doing that and work together out there. There's a lot of snow, and so we have to work together. It's getting hard to find spots for it to go. My last item is this, very important. Here you go. Email us at that email address, or there's our website. You can find a lot of the things that I talked about today on our website, or like us on Facebook, and there's our phone number. Give us a call, 934-0663. Thanks for clicking on State of the City. Hope to see you again next time.